Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we are at property address 6928 Southwest 67th Avenue here in Portland. I describe everything as if you are standing in the street facing the front door of the home. Right now we're on the back side of the house. Line exits out of the home right underneath the decking here for the rear entry into the house. So 3-inch ABS clean out right there. Easy peasy. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is running. We're going to zero out here. Off we go. And right out of the gate, that is an absolutely spotless clean flow line. That's a little bit of stuff you see at the top of the pipe right there, which is kind of on the right side of the screen. My camera's sideways at the moment. That right there is the remnants of a past blockage. We'll see if there's anything up here that would be an underlying cause to that. But that's what it looks like when just a good old-fashioned blockage happens. When someone flushes too much stuff down the line, it'll block momentarily. It's often related to balled-up toilet paper. Most likely cause for a blockage out there. But a lot of times, like in this case, it looks like it blocked, busted loose, may have blocked again, and then it completely broke loose after that. A lot of blockages will, especially when it's balled-up toilet paper, as long as the line doesn't have any underlying issues, they will often break loose under head pressure. When the water builds up behind them, it's enough to push things through, which is getting to why I'm so excited about how clean the line is. What often gunks pipes up is grease buildup, cooking oil, fats in general. When you get a line that's all gacked up with a bunch of grease buildup, those same blockages that would otherwise break loose on their own naturally will often adhere to the pipe wall much more effectively and result in a full-on sewer event. So that's why it's such a good idea to try and keep your line clean. It makes your line a lot more forgiving, especially when improper things go down the line, like paper towels and things like that. So fabulous looking sewer line so far. That right there is the main connection, and we terminate right into a manhole, it looks like, here in the backyard. So I'm going to go hunt that down while the line drains out, and we'll get a better look at everything as we come back in. Alrighty. It's one of those fun ones you don't even need a locator for. You can just go look through the manhole cover and see my camera down there. So if you, again, face the house from the street, face the front of the home from the street, the line ends up heading to the rear left corner of the property. You'll see a manhole sticking way out of the ground there. The line ties right into that manhole. And from the looks of it, kind of based on the orientation I'm seeing here, the main lateral back here looks like it's running from left to right or right to left across the back property line. So keep your eyes peeled through title. That often means that, typically anyway, you'll have an easement. And for some reason my camera just felt like resetting there. Stringy stuff there at the top of the pipe, just cobwebs. That's right where the line swaps over to 4-inch PVC. Joints intact, looks good there. Shifted like maybe a 32nd of an inch. See, I'm not talking a whole lot about it. It's extremely minor. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on here. My camera keeps doing this. Anyway, if you want to keep the line this clean, I highly recommend doing it. Although this line is a pretty steep running sewer line, it's going to be a little more forgiving sewer line in general because of that. Stuff is moving through here at a very high rate of speed. Try to avoid putting, like, it's real quantity as it relates to oil and grease when it gets you. A thin little coating of PAM spray on a pan is really no big deal. If you've got enough on your pans that if you turn the pan sideways, it runs off the pan or flows off of it. It's at that point you want to mitigate. You want to let your pans cool down, then wipe them out with a paper towel or scrape the grease off into a garbage can. And/or you can always pour it into a jar when it's still kind of in a liquid state. You just don't want it going down the line. Otherwise, thin little coatings of PAM spray and stuff like that, hot water and soap handles that just fine. And one of the keys to keeping that stuff moving along when you know some of it's getting down there, always use hot water and soap. one thing that a lot of folks don't do is you want to keep your hot water running for about a full minute after your last dish was washed. That way that it helps to ensure that anything that is melt or any grease that's in the line, it remains melted and emulsified and mobile until it gets all the way out to the main. When you shut the water off right after that last dish is washed, that hot water will stay hot as it goes through the crawl space, but once it hits the exterior where the pipe's buried underground and cold all the time, it hardens up pretty fast. So hence the reason you want to keep the hot water running a little bit longer, just to help keep stuff moving along. Anyhow, great looking sewer line there, good flow end to end. All the ABS and PVC pipe here is in good condition, spotless clean. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time. Great looking line there.